What it do, y'all? Woo! Who is ready for day 2? Okay. Look, I'm not going to be in here long. I know a lot of you are working on making sure that you caught up. You ain't got that much time before the next video is coming up. We started at 11. Schedule the same today as it was yesterday. Listen to me. Listen to me, kings and queens. We ain't playing, all right? Yesterday was off the hook. It came in super duper duper intense. We got a little bit of a lightness with us, a little humor, a little comedy, but still some very deep transformation. We even got to the money yesterday. But for those of us that are here to truly heal and to truly understand what we got to do in our community, we know that we are far from finished. So for those of you that want to really truly understand how to map out your schedule and you want to know what's going on today, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the topics of discussion, but I'm also going to talk to you about the opportunities to go live with me. Remember, now I know it would make it more exciting. This is the first time I've ever done something like this, but usually I'm like, you could win coaching, you could win books, you could win this. At the end of the day, I don't even have time for the gimmicks. You either feel this event, you are experiencing a transformation, you are convicted in your spirit and your soul, you know other people need to have this just as bad as you. You are either telling your friends to click that link or you're not. You're either putting the word out there on IG, on LinkedIn, or Facebook, or wherever, and calling people and saying, look, this is too good. I absolutely cannot and will not keep it to myself. And for those of you that do it, I've only asked you to do 2 things. It's 2 different hashtags, Worthy of Abundance, August Crenshaw. Some of you might want to choose one or the other only because, you need enough room to make your little pictures of your copy. But when you can, use both. Put it out there. You can do whatever you want to. Go live. Tell people about it. Take a screenshot and give a blurb about what you're learning from these ladies and gentlemen. Whatever it is. But getting the word out there says that I ain't scared that if somebody else come in here, it's going to get too crowded and I ain't going to get the attention that I deserve. If it get too crowded in here, what am I going to miss out on? There's nothing to miss out on. There are 15 of us in here that are equipped, ready, willing, and able to serve you. And so we are developing community, not competition. So let's get the word out there. For those of you that don't necessarily want to do a live video on your own, then come and join us live. There's an hour break, between Dawn and Tammy. So at 3:00 today, I'm going to go live on that same Zoom link. I'll put the link back inside of the group. And if you all want to come and talk about, what you're learning and what you're getting from the summit, then come on out there and join us so that people can hear. And then after the last speaker, Miss Kiki, I'll give you all a break. The last speaker is at 6:30. I'm going to wait for people to respond and make sure that, because I got to remember I'm Eastern. And so if 7:30 my time is too early, you guys let me know. Just put it in the comments. What time this evening you would like to hop on a Zoom with me? It could be any time after 6:30. It definitely should not be after 9:00 my time, because by then I'm totally done. Baby's gonna say, August, go to sleep. That's just what it is. If this was a regular time in my life, we could go live at 11:00. Shoot, I didn't went live at 1:00 in the morning. I don't care. Okay. So, and I'm not sure who's here. I've seen the numbers fluctuate and it's all good. But if you guys get the replay, that's cool too. So let me just help you understand what's going to happen. So at 11:00, we starting off hard. We starting off hard like we did yesterday. We're going with Queen Kimmy. Queen Kimmy calls herself a religion rebel. And her conversation about God and her walk, her life experiences, being in the military, traveling, and the things she endured dealing with, racism and segregation. We're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about white supremacy. We're going to talk about hypocrisy. And we need these social issues discussed. We absolutely do. Then we're going to go to Imani Aisha, and it's like her video clip said, wait a minute, I was raised by my daddy, and I done met her daddy too. Very, very powerful soul. And her daddy like him some Imani. But you know what? Even with having a father that loved her raising and her upbringing did not match with her personality. And she had image issues. Hey, Kami. And so guess what? Not only that, but looking at the way that society treats Black women, we got natural curves, lips, hips, breast assistance. You already know our bodies are demonized and exploited. And so pieces of this is going to come up. Like I said, in this summit, we're pulling some of all of these things out. And then Miss Dawn Peak is a thriving survivor of sexual trauma. But as she has progressed in her journey, even though she shares and helps heal other women, she's going to go ahead and get down and dirty and talk about some of the re-triggers at different times in her life, even all the way up until now, how they come and what it really looks like to be an overcomer in the mindset. Then when we get to Tammy, hey, y'all, a lot of us, we just don't want to say it, but Tammy's mom was her biggest naysayer. And what does that look like? And then the twist on it is, what does that look like to deal with it and actually not feel free until your mother actually passed? And that's a touchy one, right? Because some people will be like, oh my God, you only have one mother. I talk to my mother every day. Okay, well, I love my mama, but I don't talk to my mother every day. Not because I have any resentment towards her, but everybody's relationships are not the same. And everybody doesn't feel like, oh my God, I wish my mother was here so I could repair stuff. The dynamics are different. And that's why I said the first day to listen to these interviews with no opinions and no judgment. Because the level of vulnerability that these women have had expressing their personal issues and the depths of the conversation are so real. And then last but not least, we've got to talk about what happens, because the vast majority of us are entrepreneurs. When we start dealing with betrayal and hurt in the industry with other leaders and in business, and especially with coaches, look, we suffer abuse from so many different ways, and it's so, from so many different angles, and we've got to tackle them all. Y'all, day 2 is nothing short of day 1. I never really know how to look. It's a very difficult task of understanding where and how to, put the speakers and strategically do it. And even I have a method to my madness. But please understand, you know how sometimes you watch the video clips of a preview and then you go to the movie and you be like, so wait a minute. The highlighted scenes in the preview was the only good parts of the movie. I know somebody that been through that, right? Where you went to the movies and there's like 4 scenes that was like, whoa. But the rest of it, you was like, I really paid for this. I really, really do need to go ask for a refund. That's not the case here. That's not the case. Everyone's segment is dynamic. And pull out those workbooks. For those of you that haven't downloaded them, it's really simple. The workbook is plastered everywhere. If you saw the schedule for the speakers, the link to the workbook is there. If you saw the schedule for the live panel, the link to it is there. If you saw just the workbook post itself, the link to it is there. Matter of fact, if you just go into search and type in workbook. Matter of fact, there's even a video that says, OMG, the workbook is ready. And in the comments, the workbook is there. That workbook is gold, you guys. The workbook is gold. It's going to take everything that you are hearing and learning to the next level. So pull out that workbook, go through these videos. I love you all tremendously. Do not forget, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, once Dawn's video is over, we all are going to go live on Zoom. Listen, if you can only come in, let me know that you got to come in and say what you got to say and go, because you got like a 15-minute break at work. You don't have to stay on the Zoom. You don't even have to type me a message while you leave, and just kind of, do that, do church wave, and then push the button, just leave. People come in and go, and it's okay. But then let me know what works this evening. So Kiki Cornelius's interview will be done by 6:30 p.m. So anything after that, I kind of want just a little bit of a moment to take a break, probably until 7:30. But I understand that since I'm Eastern Standard Time, that's still early for some of you all. So if you're welcome. So if you prefer to go later after you get the kids to bed, maybe 8:39-ish or something like that, I can go as late as 9 o'clock. Or man, you know what? I can go later than that. Just let me, y'all put your comments in the video so that I know. It's just that if y'all want to go by after 9 o'clock so that I can catch my people, excuse me, especially in the Pacific time zones, then I'm just gonna make sure I take a good nap. That's what that is. So I love y'all. I don't want to take all day. I just want to let you know that I'm still very grateful. I'm very, very proud and honored to serve you, girl. Look, I'm getting them naps in today because yesterday, baby, you gonna take a nap. I was like, So I love y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Day 2. Let's go.